I take it Masako wasn't as pleased to hear the SSNN broadcasts as she thought she'd be?
Yeah, she never saw it coming.
Of course she didn't. And now she's going to have some serious regrets about holding this upcoming board meeting. Which brings me back to you. Masako wants us to acquire Infinity Ltd, which is obviously not on my list of things to do. I need you to persuade the board members otherwise, and make sure they're on our side when I move to vote Masako out.
Well, lucky for you, I have the perfect tool to persuade them.
I'm glad you recognize the advantage you have. The internal neuroamp essentially guarantees success.
One step ahead of you.
I figured as much. It's hard to resist the lure of having so much control over others. With Masako out of the way and the internal neuroamp finally ready for production, Ryujin Industries will be set for life. Or at least until I retire.
Like you said, the internal neuroamp guarantees success.
Exactly. And all you need to do is use it to get the board on the winning side.
I hope the others will give you more insight.
If operations starts to bore you, let me know. You make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope.
Yeah, no. It's all good.
That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Honestly, yeah, it's great.
I'd be the next Ray DeCaris, my childhood hero and mentor. How amazing would that be? DeMarcus, eat your heart out. Don't tell him I said that. He knows I love and respect him. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be?
If we acquire them, it'll be fun to see how they try to recreate your work.
Exactly. Not that I want to gloat over it. Maybe just a little. Okay, so DeMarcus and I have really been looking forward to it, so fingers crossed this deal goes through. I know Masako will be pushing for the acquisition.
I trust Masako to make the right decisions. She's CEO for a reason.
I overheard the SSNN broadcast. It didn't sound good for her. But Masako's always fully supported my work, which is really all I ask. So until proven otherwise, I'm going to support her as well. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
Okay, now you.
So much work to do.
I can't talk with them in that state, okay.
Don't tell me. Masako wants to make sure I'm still on her side after SSNN dropped this media bomb on us?
I'm here on my own.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have an agenda. Look, I know Masako sent you. She knows I want this deal as much as she does. Now that she's been tied to Lucas, buying up Infinity Ltd only reinforces the narrative. It's gonna be a hard sell to make this look good.
Look, you're still helping innocent workers. If anyone can make it look good, it's you.
Aren't you the flatterer? You're right, of course. I've certainly handled worse. Besides, I haven't had a good challenge like this in a while.
You know, if you really want to keep Ryujin in public's good graces, there are two things to consider.
Alright, I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it.
To drop Masaka's CEO without investigation is a bad look for Ryujin loyalty.
You're not wrong. There's something to be said for loyalty and standing by your own. And well, if anyone can redeem her in the public's eyes, it's yours truly. Provided she's proven innocent, of course. And what's your second point to consider?
The Eternal Ramp is a game changer, but it needs strict guidance.
Don't I know it? I think Alexis and I are truly going to have our work cut out for one another. We'll discuss security ramifications with Dalton, and I'm sure there are alterations, safety nets, if you will, that we'll need from Vina. It's sure to be quite the undertaking. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Good. It's already looking good for everyone. Or at least in the way that I want it.
At least if you're here, you're not screwing up out there. Great, the bane of my department. If you need something, make it quick.
Just here to make sure you make the right decisions before the meeting.
Choose your words carefully. If you expect me to respond to threats, you're sadly mistaken. Now, I can only assume you're referring to Infinity Ltd, and there's only one right decision regarding that corporation. Complete dissolution.
Look, legal issues aside, the pros of acquiring Infinity Ltd far outweigh the cons.
Alright, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset.
You don't really want to put thousands out of a job, right?
That's a decent argument.
And you can't tell me that negotiating on an airtight deal doesn't appeal to you.
I do pride myself on solid contracts, and this one would be especially challenging. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours belongs in the courtroom.
I'm curious about your thoughts on the internal neuroamp.
Nice to know someone is. Everyone's too busy praising its completion to think about the dangers it could represent. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage.
However, with proper legal guidance, the applications for the internal neuroamp are endless.
In an ideal situation, yes. And I suppose creating that ideal situation is within my power. Now you've made it sound like a proper challenge that I can't help but accept. Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal, even if you are a continual thorn in my side. You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has.
Masako is a greatest asset. I trust you and your team will exonerate her.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it won't be easy, and I have a lot of questions. If anyone can pull through this, though, and stay on top, it's Masako. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
And just 2 people left to convince.
You operatives really will wear anything. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available.
I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Good. I prefer first-hand feedback when available. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd. Throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why?
Yeah, of course. If we can save the job of thousands of people, we should do it.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
Will we be getting employees on Infinity's cheaper salary numbers?
This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What are your thoughts on SSNN's reports that Masako is allegedly connected to Lucas Drexler?
Don't believe it. Feels so out of character for her.
It does, doesn't it? As someone who enjoys studying others, this is something I never thought Masako capable of. I find it difficult to believe that our CEO was truthfully involved in such endeavors. I look forward to seeing what Alexis can learn about the subject.
Why don't you think Masako is capable of this?
Oh, Masako is quite capable of doing this. But to put it bluntly, it's not her style. First, she'd never directly involve herself. We let others take the fall in this business. Second, it's too complex. Masako prefers elegant simplicity, which is why I admire her. Third, Masako isn't a killer, and believes casualties are bad for business.
I agree. Let's just hope Alexis can take care of this quickly.
I have faith Alexis and her team can resolve this quickly and quietly. At least as quietly as may be expected after SSNN announced it. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the internal NeuroAmp?
It's the next big step for Ryujin Industries. Financially, it'll keep us secure for years to come. There's no doubt it's our future.
Alright, nothing I can think of. See you at the meeting.
This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
So far, everyone is okay with the NeuroAmp. Pretty much everyone is on Masako's side right now.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting, especially after that bomb SSNN dropped in their last broadcast. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome.
Of course. I'm the one she's trusting to make things happen.
That's because you're the one with the tool to do it. As long as Masako has the internal NeuroAmp on her side, she can't lose. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened.
Yeah, but Project Dominion is essential to future success. It has risks, but nothing you can handle. Nothing you can't handle.
I suppose you're right. As long as I'm fully aware of the risks, I can properly account for them. My first priority will be to get the board and all security members set up with shielding as soon as possible. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause.
Do you think this is the right time to acquire Infinity Ltd?
Well, the timing could be better, but I don't feel strongly one way or another about the acquisition. We've gone through our fair share in the past, and this one would be no different. If Masako wishes to bring Infinity into the fold, I will not stand against it.
Well, I think the acquisition is worth the risk. I know your team can handle it.
I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process.
Masako organized the effort it takes. That's what makes her a great CEO.
Perhaps one of the greatest Ryujin has yet to see. Let's just hope this case surrounding her is resolved quickly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to make sure I'm prepared for this meeting.
Oh, it's a master one anyway. Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Your surgical wound's healing like a dream.
I've convinced everyone to keep Masako on the team and to acquire Infinity. And to keep the neuroamp. And screw Ularu. She's the only one that voted against Masako. And against acquiring Infinity.
To start this meeting, let me just say that the SSNN allegations are completely false.
And you expect us to just believe that?
If they're false, how did this happen?
I'll be ordering a full investigation, but I have my suspicions, which I'll address once this meeting has concluded. Until then, I'm still CEO, and we'll be moving forward with this meeting to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Do you really think we want a potential criminal? One suspected of being the actual mole here, leading a crucial meeting like this? In fact, I propose we remove Masako as CEO altogether, and nominate myself to take her place.
You can't be serious. And you, I thought we had a deal.
Any arguments against?
Yes, on the fact that I'm innocent and completely capable of doing my job.
Until proven guilty, Masako is still the best leader for this company.
No one asked you, operative.
If we vote Masako out now, the public will think we're admitting her guilt without any investigation.
Yes, I find this motion to be hasty and ill-advised. Basing a critical decision off an SSNN broadcast is hardly wise.
Let's leave it up to the vote. All in favor? You're kidding, right? I hope you're all aware of the huge mistake you're making by continuing to support Masako.
Enough. At least we all know where everyone stands. Now, let's get back to focusing on what we're actually here for. All those in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? If there's nothing else, this meeting is concluded. I'll be following up with a few of you shortly.
If only there were more hours in the day.
You're looking interesting today.
It looks like both Infinity Ltd and Ularu learned a lesson the hard way. It's unfortunate about Imogene, but in our business, she wasn't the first, and certainly won't be the last. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin.
Honestly, just do my job.
Of course. But these particular assignments required a certain secrecy that most do not. I truly appreciate what you've done. No operative has held the future of this corporation in their hands like you did. I can imagine this wasn't quite the job you envisioned when Imogene first hired you. It's a lot of pressure for a new hire.
Yeah, there's nothing I'm not used to.
Imogene's instincts were right about you. It's a shame ours weren't right about her.
Ularu is using Imogen as a scapegoat. She's innocent.
I never would have expected to hear those two weren't on the same side. I'll need to launch an investigation to be certain, but I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it.
Thank you very much.
It's well deserved. With your new position, you now have an office with mission board access, and you're free to make your own hours. The mission board holds your assignments, and you can pick and choose to your strengths. Although, I may still have more specific assignments for you. Questions?
Nope, I'm good.
Good. You may get started at any time, but I suggest you familiarize yourself with the mission board before leaving. You've put in a lot of hard work here recently, so I understand if a vacation is in order. Just don't forget, you still have a job to come back to.
Completed executive level.
Once we officially acquire Infinity, should I need you, I'll send for you.
Let's examine his mission board.
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
I'm not going to miss you long.
Don't cause any trouble.
I accepted a couple of jobs. I kind of feel like doing all three of them. Mostly because I want to see what the missions are.
Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for it.
It's not that I don't like
It's a little bit further.
Hey there.
Let's go there. Just going to be a little bit slow to actually get there, but oh well.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Right, I have to talk to a couple of people.
Hey, how's it going?
Anything interesting for me?
Heck yeah, I do. Get ready, boss. I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
Something you need? Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. In fact, I'm amazed you were able to deal with them at all. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business. I can't stand that way of life.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's disgusting.
Really? It surprises me you'd say that. Take what Ryujin's doing, for example. Based on your recommendation, they'll be continuing their work on the NeuroAmp technology. And now you're going to stand there and pretend you find that type of decision to be disgusting. Please.
I mean, it provides a non-lethal way to stop enemies.
When used properly, yes. But imagine that technology in the wrong hands. Imagine the awful things you could force people to do. It's almost too horrible to contemplate.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I should have thought of the repercussions.
Well, with any luck, perhaps Ryujin will come to its own senses one day and realize what they're doing is wrong. All we can do for now is pray that I'm right. There's something I need to talk to you about. I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first.
If it will help you decide, I'm here to listen.
Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless.
Making chief navigator sounds like quite an accomplishment.
Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own.
Why the Cassiopeia system?
Economic reasons. Several of the worlds in the Cassiopeia system were mineral rich. Both sides wanted to drop refinery outposts on the surface to bolster their supply.
Hundreds of lives must have been lost.
I'm well aware how many lives were lost. Now let me finish. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight.
Honestly, I would have done the same.
I believe you. But you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do.
My condolences to your crew.
Thank you. But condolences can't reverse what I've done. I was caught up in the moment. An inexperienced captain making rash decisions that cost people their lives.
Nothing you described sounds like your fault.
Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial.
So how did you get off the Dauntless?
After I checked every section of the ship for wounded crew, I took the other escape shuttle. If I hadn't, I would have died. The Dauntless came apart minutes after I escaped.
You can't blame yourself for what amounts to bad luck.
Bad luck? That sounds familiar. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator core going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us.
Don't worry, I'm here for you. Every step of the way.
After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja.
Come on. I would never stop having faith in you, Sarah.
I'm counting on that. Look, I think I've said all I can handle for now. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when I needed it the most. I'll never forget this. I promise.
Also,
Hey,
let's, what do you have?
I should start charging for my services.
And, ready to head back out?
I'm more than ready. Let's go.
Fucking fast go.
UC's watching over this star yard like a hawk, so we should watch our step.
When humanity
Welcome to Deimos.
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history.
This is the heart of the UC.
Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go.
No other ship can hold it.
And now we go to the very last location. And after that, it will be continuing on with, I guess, the Crimson Fleet. I don't have the achievement yet for joining them, and, well, considering I do need to join them.
You don't...
And the last thing is right here.
What's up?
Hey there!
As long as I'm hidden. Nice. Right here. I'm already here.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K. It was 30. Captain. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Moron.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new roof.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
There we go. You.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
I had some affairs to deal with.
I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Looks like a good place for some R&R.
Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to disappear around here, if you catch my meaning.
We'll be certain to keep a close watch on our belongings.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Sure.
All right. History time.
No.
So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
It works.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Elutra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
My prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot.
Okay, we'll talk over
We
later.
got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Okay. Goodbye.
We may not have official security on the key. I hope you came with credits.
Yes, I'm looking for someone called Neil.
Now you're speaking my language.
You don't have it, so yeah.
Don't miss me too much.
Are you lucky to start something?
Alright, false.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Honestly, just set me up so I can start making money.
No. See, it doesn't work that way. You new members have no patience, no appreciation for history. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
So wait, one wrong move, you're dead?
Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
Yeah, smart move actually.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
That was easy.
Getting into the system is a piece of cake. Getting out? Not so much. Anyway, I need you to listen up. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Damn.
Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
we're here.